Hello City Church, I am here today to talk about the summer curriculum and provide some more guidance and instructions about how to use it this summer. I usually do something fun for the summer, and because we couldn't meet together, I decided to put together something fun that could be done at home. It is made to be portable, so if you guys do end up going anywhere, you can take it with you. There are two versions. There is a reader's version for older kids, and you can tell because it's got mostly words on the front, and the stickers have words on them, and the passport is the same. So every child will get one of these in outgoing 1st through 5th graders. And then for the pre-readers who may not be reading quite independently yet, I have the pre-readers version, which you'll see is more pictures and less words. Enough pictures to still get excited about it, and a passport. And then the stickers look different. They have symbols instead of words. So I just replaced it and gave it a lot of pictures. So if you are on our mailing list, you should have already gotten a packet with a ticket to adventure on the outside, and inside one of these for each of your children. A reader's version or a pre-reader's version for toddlers. The pre-reader's version is for toddlers through outgoing kindergartners. And I am going to talk first about the pre-reader's version. So the pre-reader's version was designed to go, no, I'm going to talk about the older kids version first. So what I wanted to do was design a guide that would help the children read independently from the Bible to practice it and find their way around. So actually what they're going to be learning, I am going to turn to the third page, is they're going to go through the Bible and go through the different territories. So each week there's 9 lessons, and in the 9 lessons for the older kids, they're going to touch on the law, history, poetry, major prophets, minor prophets, gospel, church history, letters, and prophecy. So they're going to go and explore one territory of writing for each week of lessons. So when they go through, the first place, there's a couple of informative pages at the beginning. And again, the reader's version is all for the kids. They can read it themselves. The first page is how to use the book, and it goes through each lesson and how it works. The second page talks about different parts of the Bible. If your child has gone through has come into 1st grade at City Church, they have a Bible of their own at home that we've given. If for any reason you don't have a Bible, you can order one or you can email me. But it talks about everything from table of contents to the maps on the back, and they're going to get familiar with it. And then it talks about what is the Bible anyway, and has a little bit of history about how the Bible was put together. And then the lessons start. So when you start a lesson, you will begin by leaving the place you are coming from. The first one says leaving home. And then you'll go to passport control, where you will stick your sticker, which you will find matching on the passport sheet on your passport. And then you're going to see when you come in the population, the different stories and people that live in that territory of books. And there's a little bit of information on it. There's also a stop sign here where you can go back and you can color the section on your map that you're going into. And by the time you finish, you'll have a colored map of all the different territories. See? So after you read about it and color in the different characters that you might have met already, on the next page you will find some tickets and a travel log. So on the tickets, you can see they actually have a reference, but it's traceable, so you can do the work of tracing it. The whole thing's designed to be a fun activity coloring book. It has instructions for a passage to visit, and then it has instructions for a verse to visit, and then this ticket is blank. This is the Blaze a Trail ticket, and you can put in words that maybe you want to read more about or characters that you want to hear about, and you can go to the subject index in the back, or you could just explore a new spot in the territory, and I have spots to write down where you've explored, book, chapter, and verse. There's spots to draw pictures of things that maybe you've seen on your travels. And there's a spot for wondering questions, and there's a spot for things you have found, like promises or sweet verses that you want to remember forever. You can write them down here. And there's spots for every week, so you can get out your Bible and visit the books in that territory every day of the week and write down where you've gone and just explore around. And then at the end of every lesson, I have a postcard from the area. This one says Eden Garden Tours, and they're front and back, so you can cut this page out and play with it. And then you have a ticket to whatever the next place is that you're going to go. This one says, this is going from the law to the books of history. So this says flights from Egypt. From slavery in Egypt to the promised land, 40-year layover, in-flight meal, manna, and quail. So, and that goes through, and there's 9 lessons. It goes through 9 weeks from the law in the beginning to prophecy, the book of prophecy at the end. And then, again, the stickers go for one every day. There's a visa in the front to permit the travel and the passport. So this is how the 1st through 5th graders, outgoing 1st through 5th graders will get this. And it is designed to do it independently throughout the summer. And there's 9 weeks, which will be a little less than the full summer. So you guys can decide when you want to do those. 1 day a week. And then for the pre-readers, instead of going through, here's their version, see with the pictures. Instead of going through and talking about the different categories of Bible writing, what I did was pick familiar stories throughout the entire Bible. I'll talk about them in a minute. So the littler kids are going to go through the stories, and you're going to read them. A parent or guardian or older sibling can read them straight from the Bible. We're going to practice reading directly from the Bible together. The first page is for parents, talking about how to bring children to the Bible, how to use this guide, tips and tricks for reading with small children, and about wondering together. So some good points that you can read through. Talk about how we're going to do this. And then instructions on how to use the guide, which goes through the steps of a lesson that you would do once a week. And then for the little kids, here's the story map. And you see I put the pictures of the passport stickers are in there. So you'll see. Here's the one for, so you see they're in white, so they can be colored in. And then I have a picture that they'll notice from each of the stories as we go around that's also in there. So they can color this in as they go through each lesson. They can come back and color them out. So let me walk you now through a lesson. On the 3rd page, I have the same, what is the Bible and why to read it right here. And then we're going to enter a lesson. So right here, instead of entering a territory of writing, they're going to enter the story. And it has the name of the story right there that they can trace. And the population is who they're going to meet in that story. So they can color them in ahead of time, or as you read, they can color in when they meet them. That's kind of exciting. And there's the passport sticker. So the first thing they're going to do is put their sticker on their passport. Here they are entering the territory. And then they can stop right here and go back to their map and color in the story they're going to hear. And this is a fun, they can trace it with their pencil and see what is the picture that we're going to see today. This is what our story is going to be about. It's a clue for our story. And then you can turn the page. And see, the little kids get tickets with ears, so they're going to listen. And again, this is a reference to a passage, which you can't see, but it's traceable, so they can trace the letters and numbers. And you're going to read, the parent or guardian or older sibling or cousin or whoever you're with can do the lesson with them, and they can read the passage. And then it takes them to a verse in a different book. And then they're, can take pictures. While they listen, they can draw pictures of things they hear. And then at the end of each lesson, I have wondering questions. It's the same wonder questions for each time. I wonder where God is in this story. I wonder what this story tells us about God's people, us. I wonder if there are any promises in the story for me. And you can wonder about that together. And then at the end, I have a suggested prayer for you and your child. And they are going to get the same postcard and ticket to the next territory, front and back. So if they want to cut that out, they can write a postcard about what they learned to somebody and give it to them. And then it's going to take them to the next lesson in the next book. And their stickers, again, are mostly pictures, and they're going to get a passport too. So there are 9 lessons for 9 weeks, and these are designed to do at home. Again, you can recruit an older sibling or a cousin or a grandparent, whatever you have who wants to do this. And if you have any questions about any of it, you can give me a call or an email. Hopefully this helps, and hopefully you guys have a lot of fun. I'm really excited to hear how it goes for you, and please send pictures because I would love to see it in action, and I miss seeing you guys. Thank you so much. Have a nice night.